pipes are calling.
At the requests of not one, but two of my colleagues on YouTube, I'm going to take the time to review a film that I saw over the holidays for the first time. Miller's Crossing, which has very quickly become my second favorite Coen Brothers movie after Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Miller's Crossing is a very intricate tale of deception and survival in a criminal underworld. Set in a city during Prohibition, Irish-American Leo O'Bannon is the master in all but name. The mayor and the chief of police come to visit with their hats in their hands and wait for his say-so. However, a rival is emerging. Italian-American Johnny Casper wants more power, but he doesn't want to create too much trouble for himself either. However, when Bernie Birnbaum becomes a nuisance to Casper, he demands Bernie's death from Leo. Leo, meanwhile, is deeply in love with Bernie's sister, Verna, and has already promised to protect Bernie. Little does he know that his most trusted associate, Irishman Tom Regan, is having an on-and-off affair with Verna, as he's thrown into this power struggle that shakes the foundations of the very city. As complex as that was to write down, it's quickly established in the first 15 minutes of the film. It only gets more complicated from there, providing a story that some viewers might need to see twice just to get every detail down pat. And even then they might miss the cameos by Sam Raimi and Frances McDormand. The star of the film is Tom Regan. Played by the legendary Gabriel Byrne, Tom is a clever man, but also a drunkard with a terrible luck at gambling. He works hard to look after his friend and colleague, Leo, who has let power go to his head in his middle age. Tom is also frustrated by his own promises to Verna to look after Bernie, who's played brilliantly by John Turturro as a cowardly little slimeball. Verna, played by Marcia Gay Harden, is a very cold and calculating woman who seems to have just walked out of a film noir. In fact, a lot of this movie is set up as a film noir, just as much as it is a crime thriller. Tom is courted by both Casper and Leo to work for them, while he must also deal with Bernie and Verna, not to mention his vast gambling debts. Gabriel Byrne gives one of his greatest performances as a man trying to be moral in an amoral setting. Meanwhile, Albert Finney, as Leo, is given what can not only be called the best scene in the movie, but one of the greatest moments in any Coen Brothers movie that I've seen so far. Steve Buscemi also appears once or twice to show off how much faster he's able to talk than a normal person, while J.E. Freeman is terrifyingly imposing as a character known to most as simply the Dane. And of course, there are also lots of Italian stereotypical humor jokes surrounding John Polito's character, but they don't detract from the well-acted character that is Johnny Casper. Interestingly enough, Casper talks the most about ethics in the film, but whether he's able to live by his ethics is something that we, the audience, get to find out. Miller's Crossing is definitely one of the best movies about the Prohibition era that I know of. The Coen brothers take their time to present us a very stylized image of well-dressed gangsters arguing, reasoning, and killing. The moral questions brought up by the characters' actions are never fully resolved, but hang in the air for us to figure out. The production of the movie holds up just as well as it always has, and it's overall just another example of the Coen brothers' skill. And while I always liked the song Danny Boy, I don't think I'll ever listen to it the same way again having seen this film.